Now I'm going to go ahead and apply the skin to, this is an iPod video. Same type of application for the iPod Classic. The iPod video is just a tad bit smaller. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take a soft cloth and make sure you wipe down your iPod to make sure that there's no dust, dirt, or grease or anything that might get stuck underneath the skin. Make sure you use a soft cloth so you don't scratch your iPod. I like to use a cloth similar to your eyeglass or sunglass cleaning cloth, but it doesn't really matter. You can use a tissue for all it matters. Just make sure it's a soft cloth. Once you have your iPod nice and clean, you're then going to go ahead and take the skin out of the packaging. Now the skin that I'm going to be applying is one of our artists' exploding doll. It's called I Hate Technology. So I always start off with the front, which is going to be the hardest part, and you want to start with the big piece first. It's always best to center it first with the middle, so that you make sure that it's perfectly aligned with the top of the dial wheel as well as the bottom edge of the screen. You can worry about the bottom and the top after you've aligned the middle. So once you have that middle nicely aligned, then go ahead and take the bottom and smooth the bottom. Make sure the bottom's nice and set. And then you're going to take the top that surrounds the top edges that surround the screen. And this is where you want to be careful because it's obviously it's a very thin piece of vinyl, so you want to make sure that you don't pull on it too hard or stretch it or get any creases in it. And then you're just going to, once you have it nicely aligned, you can just take your finger and smooth it out nice and neat. Make sure that it's perfect. Then you're going to go ahead and we're going to apply the part to the dial wheel. Now when you're applying it to the dial wheel, you want to make sure that there's a little circular edge around the dial wheel that you want to make sure that it's peeled off and you're not applying it. This way your dial wheel still functions the same as it always does. When you're putting the dial wheel on, it's fairly simple. You just want to center it, but make sure you align the artwork. And if you don't do it right the first time, you can always take it on and off and reapply it, because music skins are made with a patented 3M vinyl that makes them fully removable, as well as the material has air channels, so you can easily smooth out any air bubbles that may be caused by application. And the last part is I'm going to go ahead and put the button on. Same thing, just center it in that space, and then once everything is on and applied to the iPod, I always like to take the same soft cloth and just smooth it out, make sure that it's perfectly adhered to it. And then we're going to go ahead and do the back side of the iPod, where you're going to peel off the skin. And it's always easiest to start by centering it on the bottom edge and then working your way up. And you can always, like you see, you can just peel it on and off if you don't apply it perfectly the first time. Once you have it applied to your device, you can then just use your fingers to go ahead and smooth it out. I'm a perfectionist here, so I want to make sure that this is going to be on the video, that it's perfectly centered and looks right. I also can't stand when you watch application videos and people do it perfectly in 3 seconds, because that's not the real world. And that's really the benefit of having such a high quality material like music skins, is you don't have to do it perfect the first time, second time, or even third time. You can always redo it. Once it's on there nicely, you're just going to take that same cloth, smooth it out, make sure that there's no air bubbles, make sure that all the edges are nicely on there, and now you have your new exploding dog I Hate Technology iPod video.